This conference will now be recorded.
Pradeep invested 20% more than Mohit. Mohit invested 10% less than Raghu. If the total sum of their investment is rupees 17,880, then how much amount did Raghu invest? If you take in terms of percentage value, so instead of assuming any number as X in percentage, you can assume the initial number as 100. You can take it as X or you can take it as 100. But it will be easy if you take it as 100. Now, Pradeep's investment is given with respect to Mohit's investment. Mohit's investment is given with respect to Raghu's investment. Right? So let's assume that now Raghu's investment is 100%. The investment of Raghu is 100%. If Raghu's investment is 100%, then we have this data. Mohit invested 10% less than Raghu. Then what should be Mohit's investment? Mohit invested 10% less than Raghu. Then what should be Mohit's investment? %90. Others, please respond. My question is, if Mohit has invested 10% less than Raghu, then what should be Mohit's investment? Okay, so 10% of 100 is 10. So if it is 10% less, then it should be 90%. Right, next point. Pradeep invested 20% more than Mohit. Pradeep invested 20% more than Mohit. Then what should be Pradeep's investment? Pradeep invested 20% more than Mohit. Then what should be Pradeep's investment? 120, 110. Okay. Any other answers? Pradeep has invested 20% more than Mohit. Okay. So whenever in the percentages concept, if they use the word percentage, you should not add it directly. That means here I have Mohit's investment as 90. If I'm increasing this by 20%, then it is not 90 plus 20, 110. Right? I have to increase 20% on 90. You're getting right? 20% should be calculated on 90. Can you tell me what is 20% of 90? 20% of 90. 20% I'm asking, not 50%. 20% of 90 is 18, right? Because 10% is 9, so 20% is 18, right? So 90 increased by 20% does not mean that 90 plus 20. 20% of 90 is only 18. Clear, right? It's not 90 plus 20. It's 90 increased by 18. So 90 increased by 18. This should be 108%. Are we clear on this? It's not 90 plus 20. It is 90 plus 20% of 90, which is 18, which is 108. Now the next point is the sum of their investment, means sum of all the three. 100 plus 90 plus 108 is 298. This is the sum, right? Now we can say the value of 298 percentage is 17,880, which is given in the question, right? 298% value is 17,880. If 298% value is 17,880, now the question is, what is Raghu's investment? If they ask you Raghu's investment, you should find the value of 100%. If the question is what is Mohit's investment, you should find the value of 90. If the question is what is the investment of Pradeep, then it is 108%. Here we are finding Raghu's investment, which means the question is we are finding the value of 100% with the help of the given value of 298%. Right? Say 100% into 17,880 divided by 298%. Right? Percentage we can cancel. So 298 and 17,880. If I consider it as 300, we know 306 times is 1800. Right? 306 times is 1800. But here it is 2 less. 2 less means minus 2. 6 times is minus 12. 1800 minus 12 is 1788. We can say 298 one time, 298 6 times, and a 0. 60 into 100 is 6,000. So you can say the investment of Raghu is 6,000. Clear? In a college, 200 students are there, in which 36% are girls. So 36% are girls, then what is the percentage of boys? If the girls percentage is 36, then boys remaining 64%. Correct. The total number of students are 200, then we can say that number of girls is 36% of 200. Right? So what is 36% of 200? 36% of 200. See, when it is multiple of 100, like you should not take that time actually. See, 36% of 100 is 36. 36% of 100 is 36. So 36% of 200 is double of that. Or another way, if this percentage, instead of taking it as 36%, I can also take it as 200% of 36. 200% of 36 is nothing but double of 36, which is 72. Right? The number of boys, we can take it as 200 minus 72, or we can take it as 64% of 200. This is the number of boys, which is 128. Right? Now, each boy's monthly fees is rupees 480. The monthly fees of each boy is 480. Right? And each girl paid 25% less than boys. 25% less than boys. So to 480 is the fees paid by each boy. 25% less than 480. Can you quickly tell me what is 25% of 480? Yes, it is 120. Right? 25% means 1/4. 1/4 of 480, or half and half. Half of 480 is 240. Half of 240 is 120. Means each girl is paying 120 rupees less than boys. It's not 120 rupees, it's 120 rupees less. So 480 minus 120 is the fees paid by each girl. Then what is the fees paid by each girl? 360. Right? 120 less means 360. Now the question is, what is the total monthly fees amount paid by boys and girls together? So this is the total amount paid by girls. This is the total amount paid by boys. Can you just multiply these two numbers? 72 into 36. What is 72 into 36? $25920. Okay. 128 into 480. $128 into 480. 61440. Okay. The sum of these two will be how much? 87360. 87,360. So 87,360 is not there. Probably by mistake we have added one more zero here. One more zero, or the P should be probably 3600 and 4800. 87, 3600 is there, but we can take it as none of this. Is that clear? Right. Okay. See, whenever you come across these type of multiplication things, definitely here multiplying 72 and 36, 128 with 48 will take time, right? In those cases, you should try to go with the answer options, right? You can just assume. You can just assume, or you can take approximate values. See, 72 and 3. Let me consider the answer options are ending with only 10, because there must be a mistake actually. If I consider the answer options are ending with only 10, then here if I just keep these zeros aside. Okay, so let me take this number is ending with 10 and this number is ending with one more zero. So my sum is also ending with a zero, single zero. Now if I multiply these last two digits, 2 into 6, what should be my last digit when I multiply 2 and 6? 2 into 6, what is the last digit? 2. The last digit should be 2 here. And what is the last digit if I multiply 8 and 8? 4. Right? Now the last two digit of the first number is 20 and the last two digit of second number is 40. The sum of these two should be 60, which means in the total my last two digit must be 60. Here if I see the answer options, 40, 30, 30, 60. Here we have an answer option ending with 60. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಜೀರೋ ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆರ್ ಆ ಜೀರೋ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೂ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 60 ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 60 ಇಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇ, ನನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? %% of Anuj's salary is equal to 70% of Raj's annual salary. If Raj's monthly salary is 60% of Ravi's monthly salary, if Ravi's annual salary is 1.44 lakh, then what is Anuj's monthly salary? See, ratio of monthly salary and annual salary will be same, right? Let's say if Raj's monthly salary is double of Anuj's monthly salary, right? If Raj's monthly salary is double of Anuj's monthly salary, even if I take annual salary, Raj's salary should be double of Anuj's, right? So illi monthly tagondru ashte, annually tagondru ashte. If it is double, it is double. If it is 60%, it remains 60%, right? So here we have it. The question is, what is Anuj's monthly salary? We are finding Anuj's monthly salary. So here we have a data. Anuj's annual salary is equal to 75% of Raj's annual salary. Right? So annually, monthly, and let me take it as Anuj's salary is equal to only 75% of Raj's salary. Right? And Raj's monthly salary is 60% of Ravi's annual salary. Right? Now let me take Raj's salary. See, here they mention Raj's monthly salary is 60% of Ravi's monthly salary. So Raj's salary is 60% of Ravi's salary. If Ravi's annual salary is 1.44 lakh, then what is Anuj's monthly salary? Means if I put the value for Ravi, I'll get Raj's value. And if I put that value for Raj, I'll get Ravi and Anuj. Right? Now, instead of taking it as annual salary, let me take monthly salary, because finally I am finding Anuj's monthly salary. So ellardu annually find ಮಾಡಿ monthly convert ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ let's convert this to monthly directly. Ravi's annual salary, andre Ravi's salary for 12 months is 1.44 lakh. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1,44,000. ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is Ravi's monthly salary? 12 months ಗೆ he is getting 1,44,000. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 month ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ monthly salary I'm finding with the help of annual salary. To get monthly salary, we have to divide the annual salary by 12, right? So which is 12,000. Now, if I put that value here, Raj's monthly salary will be 60% of Ravi's monthly salary. So what is 60% of 12,000? We can cancel this percentage and with 2 zeros, that is 7,200. So now we got Raj's monthly salary. Now, if I put that Raj's monthly salary here, I'll get Anuj's salary. Anuj's salary is 75% of Raj's salary, 7,200. So how do we find 75%? Either you find 25% and multiply by 3, or you subtract the 25% from the total. Total ನಲ್ಲಿ 25% multiply subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿಯೋದು 75% ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Or 25% ಗೆ into 3 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 75% ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So what is 25% of 7,200? 25% of 7,200. 25%. See 7,200. 50% ಅಂದ್ರೆ half. Half of 7,200 is 3,600. So 25% is another half. 1,800. Right? So 7,200 in the 1,800 subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿಯೋದು 5,400. This is the monthly salary of 5,400. This is the monthly salary of Anuj. I hope this is clear. Let's try this. Okay, 2457E. Aman's expense is 30% more than Vimal's expense. So we can take the equation. Aman's expense is 30% more than Vimal's expense, but Vimal's expense is 10% less than Raman's expense. So let's take Raman's expense as X, or we can take it as 100. Right. So if we assume that Raman's salary is 100%, then Vimal's salary is 10% less than Raman. So 10% less than 100, if I take it as 10% less, then Vimal's salary should be 90%. And the next point is Aman's salary is 30% more than 90. So 30% more than 90 means 30% of 90. 30% of 90 is 27. Right? It's not 90 plus 30. We have already seen this in the previous question. It is 30% more than 90 means we have to add 30% to 90. 30% of 90. So 30% of 90 is 27. So together it is 117. Right? And the next point is the sum of all the three expenses. 117 plus 90 plus 100. 307 percentage value is 6,447. Right. If this is the value of 307, we are finding Aman's expenses. So Aman's expense value is 170. And so if 307 percentage is 6,447, then 117 percentage is 117 into 6,447 divided by 307. 307. So can we divide 307 by any number? Three not seven ಯಾವ number ಇಂದ divide ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Or it's a prime number. And so directly we'll take it from 307 ones up. 307 2 times is 640. So 30 is reminder. Again 307 ones up 307. So we need to multiply these two numbers now. 117 into 21. That is 2457. Answer option. Is that clear? Okay. In which point you have the doubt, man? Taking these percentages. Okay. So they are giving that the total of all the three expenses. So total of all the three expenses mean Aman's expense plus Vimal's expense plus Raman's expense. Together, we are adding these numbers. 117 plus 90 plus 100. Together, that is 307. So we are considering if 307 value is 6,447. Individually, we are finding Aman's. Aman's is 117. I hope it's clear now. In a mixture of milk and water, the proportion of the water weight was 75%. Right? In a mixture, 75% is water. Right? Now they've given that in the if in the 60-gram mixture, if the total quantity of the mixture is 60 gram, then what is the quantity of water in it? Quantity of water should be 75% of the mixture. So what is 75% of 60? 75% of 60. 75% of 60 is 45. 75%. So first you calculate 25% if you're finding it difficult, or directly you take 25%. 25% of 60 is 15. So subtract 15 from 60, that is 75%. 45 grams is water. Then milk, 75% is water, means remaining 25% is milk, 15 grams. Clear? Now in the mixture of 60 gram, we have 45 grams of water and 15 grams of milk. If 15 grams of water was added, already mixture ಇದೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ if I'm adding another 15 grams of water, then what is the total quantity of water? Total quantity of water, 60 grams. Right? Now the question is, what would be the percentage of water? Now what is the total weight of the mixture? Earlier the total weight was 60 gram. Now what is the total weight of the mixture? Now it has become 75 grams, right? So we have added 15 grams of water, 75 grams. Now the question is, 60 grams of water out of 75 grams of the total weight is what percentage is the question, right? So water is what percentage of mixture, X is what percent of Y. So we always take the total value in the denominator, that is 75. So 75 out of 75, we are finding 60 is how much percent? So 60 by 75 into 100. 15 4 times, 15 5 times, 5 1 time, 5 20 times, that is 80%. Now the percentage of water has become 80 instead of 75. So there were two candidates in an election. 10% of the voters did not vote, and 60 votes were declared invalid. The elected candidate has got 308 votes more than his opponent. If the elected candidate got 47% of the total votes, then how many votes did each candidate get? So if we compare this, let's assume that total votes are always 100%. Total votes are 100%. Right. So valid votes. Valid votes. 10% of the voters did not vote, which means voted people are only 90%. Out of 100%, only 90% of the voters have voted. Out of these 90%, 60 votes are declared invalid. See, it is not 90% minus 60%. It is 90% of the total votes minus 60 votes. Clear with this? So total valid votes are only 90% of the total votes minus 60. Now, out of this, one candidate has got how much? 47% of the vote. One candidate has got 47% of the vote. Let's say candidate 1. Now, candidate 2 has got how many votes? Candidate 2 has got how many votes? If candidate 1 has got 47% of the total votes, so 47% of the 100, that is 47. But valid votes are only 90% minus 60. Eitherly 47% votes one candidate is going to get. Now remaining candidate has got total valid votes minus candidate 1 votes. Right? So here valid votes are how much? 90% minus 90% minus 60. These are the valid votes. Out of this, I have to subtract the first candidate's 47%. Now what is the remaining value? 43% minus 60. Right? 43% minus 60. Now one more data is there. How many? The elected candidate has got 308 votes more than his opponent. So here candidate 1 has got more votes or candidate 2 has got more votes. If you compare these two, candidate 1 got more votes or 2? Candidate 1 has got more votes because he has 47%. But candidate 2 has 43% minus 60, means it is less than 43. Now they have given that the difference between these two votes are 308. Means the elected candidate has got 308 votes more than the other candidate. 308 votes more than means plus 308. Clear, right? This candidate's votes are 308 more. More means plus, more than this candidate. Now, if I solve this equation, if I take this 43% this side, 47 minus 43 is 4%. The 4 percentage value is 308 minus 60. What is 308 minus 60? 248. Right? Now, 4 percentage value is 248. Now, don't try to take 10% or 100% or 1%. So, directly you get one of these values. If 4% value is 248, now you find what is the votes received by the winning candidate. If 4% value is 248, then what is 47% value? 47 into 248 divided by 4. 4 1 time, 4 6 times, and 4 2 times. Right? So percentage cancel. So 62 into 47. What is 62 into 47? 1000 minus 86, 291. 291. Now you just look into the answer options. In any of these answer options A, B, C, we don't have this number 214, but in answer option D, we have the number 214. So if this is 2914, then the other candidate must have got 2606. But if you are in hurry, you can just mark this answer option. But there is none of these also, so you can, if you have time, you can just verify. But in 99% cases, this will be the answer. Now, how to find the other candidate votes? Other candidates' votes are 43% minus 60. So how do I get 43%? See, already I have 47% value, and already I have 4% value. Now, if I subtract this 4% from 47%, the remaining value is 43%. Right? So that is 2914 minus 248. Right? If you subtract these two, you will get 43%. So from that 43%, so probably it will be 2666. But this candidate has got a 43% minus 60. Now from here you have to subtract 60 also. So that is 2606. Clear? Okay. Right. So this is anyway the normal method we do. But if you wanted to do it quickly, see whenever you use some shortcuts and assumptions, the probability of getting the right answer will not be 100%. But there is a 90% possibility that will be the right answer. So in what way we can do? Here I have two candidates, right? So one is the candidate who won the election and the another one is who lost the election. Right? If you calculate mentally percentage things, total votes are 100%, out of which 10% votes are not valid, and 10% voters did not vote, and 60 votes are invalid. Right. So voters casted their vote are only 90%. So 90% votes are casted total, out of which one candidate has got 47%, means the other candidate must have got definitely 43% or less. Right? Here I can say the winning candidate has got more votes, that is 47%. Now, whatever the votes received by the second candidate, we can assume it later. Now, winning candidate has to get more votes. Now, you just look into the answer options. In the answer option, you try to divide this greater number by 47. Are you getting my point? The greater number should be a multiple of 47. Means it must be divisible by 47. If I take 2316, here this is the greater one. If I solve it by 47, 47, how many times I can take? 231. Approximately, you consider 50 how many times? 54 times. So 54 times is 200. So 47 4 times should be 200 minus 12. That is 188. Okay, I think we can take 47 4 times, right? 47. Yeah, 47 4 times, because 47 5 times is 47 5 times is 235. 47 5 times is 235. So let me take 47 4 times. If 47 4 times is 188, what is the remainder? 12 plus 31, 43 is remainder, and my last number is 6. 436. Now if you try 47 10 times, 47 10 times is 470, minus 47 will be 47 9 times, which is 423. So this number is not completely divisible by 47. Are you getting this? ಏನಾದರೂ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಷನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ 47 ಇಂದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 2914 ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ 47 ಇಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್. In a factory producing parts of an automobile, the parts manufactured on the shop floor are required to go through quality checks, each conducted after a specific part of the processing on the raw material is completed. Only parts that are not rejected at one stage are put through subsequent stages of production and testing. If the average rejection rates at these three testing stages during a month are 10%, 5%, 2% respectively, then what is the effective rejection rate? It's very simple. We assume that the initial parts we send it for the first stage is 100. Now, out of these 100, in every stage they are rejecting 10%, 5%, and 2%. Then what is the overall rejection is the question. Okay, simple. You have to reduce 100 by 10%, 5%, and 2%. Let's take initial parts are 100. Now, in the first step, they are rejecting 10%. What is 10% of 100? 10% of 100 is 10. So after rejecting 10, in the next step, only 90 will go. Only 90 parts will go for the second step. Now, in the second stage, they are rejecting 5%. What is 5% of 90? Now, again, 5% rejection does not mean that 90 minus 5. 5% of 90 are rejected. What is 5% of 90? What is 10% of 90? Yes, what is 10% of 90? 9. 5% should be half of that. If 10% is 9, 5% should be half of that. So half of 9 is 4.5. Means in the second stage, they are rejecting 4.5. Right? Now 90 minus 4.5, the remaining value is only 85.5. Now in the third stage, they are rejecting 2%. What is 1% of 85.5? 1% of 85.5. 1% of 85.5. Yes, 0.85. If 1% is 0.855, then 2% should be double of this 855. Double of 0.855 is 1.71. Correct? So here they are rejecting 1.71 parts out of 85.5. Now finally, after all these stage rejections, so remaining parts are 85.5 minus 5.5 means 85.50 minus 1.7. Right? So what is the value? 83.79. Is it correct? $83.79. Right. Now the question is, what is the effective rejection rate for the whole plant? Means initially now 100 in the start ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, finally all the 3 stages filtration ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಉಳಿದಿರೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗದೆ ಉಳಿದಿರೋದು ಬರೀ 83.79. ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is the rejection rate? ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 83.79 are not rejected. ಅಂದ್ರೆ rejected parts ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೆ? If 83.79 are not rejected, are rejected out of 100. Are you getting my question? So rejection, not rejected are 83.79 means the rejected are 100 minus 83.79. That is 16.21. Right? Or instead of adding this, subtracting 1.7 and getting this number and again subtracting this from 100, you can do it in this way also. In the first step, how many products we have rejected? 10. Second, we have rejected 4.5. Third, we have rejected 1.7. So total rejected are 10 plus 4.5 plus 1.71. So again, we get the total of 16.21. You can do it in either case. Clear with this? Right, you practice the questions from the books. If you have any doubts, we can solve. So in the next class, we will start with profit and loss. Thank you. Bye.